Hi, welcome to Business Automated. In the previous episode, we have learned that you can actually use emojis inside of Airtable. You can use it for different columns like name, descriptions, and so on. Today, I'll show you how you can actually utilize icon to make better warnings from your formulas in Airtable. So let's assume that we are an owner of a big cat's petting zoo, and we would like to filter out whether any of those columns contain dangerous pets. So let's do a check for safety. Well, I think that the first column is good. Let's try the second. Yeah, the second row contains a dangerous cat. You can see that this way the formula makes it very visible what's inside. Let's try another row. Well, there is also a dangerous cat inside. It's hard to see, but yes, it's clearly there. Let's try another row. Okay, this seems to be fine. Let's try another row. Also good. Okay, well, there's also a big cat inside. Let's try another row. It's also good. Let's try the final row. Carol Baskin. Ah, you see, we have a special type of warning which will be extra visible thanks to the use of emoticons. So I hope you are getting the concept, how this could be utilized to present any sort of warnings inside of Airtable rather than using just plain text. So there is a formula behind, and you can see that this is basically a nested if formula. It's not very well visible within the Airtable, but what you can do, I made actually different steps within this base, and I will also share the link to this base in the description below the video. But let me show you how to create this formula step by step. So the first step is finding whether the type of emoji, in this case emoji, but it can be any type of value, whether this type of value exists within our search location. So we are using function called OR to check whether any of the characters exists within that given name. You can see that if it exists, it returns 1. If it does not exist, it returns 0. Then the next step is making sure that we create an if formula that, based on the results of the OR formula, if it's a 0, it will return the second variable. If it's 1, if it found the characters, it will return the first variable, which is the warning that we want to have. The second step, you can also notice that we had a special check that was overriding all the other checks just to see whether Carol Baskin was inside. For the safety reasons, this would be more dangerous than having just a big cat inside. That's why we wanted to have this warning override all the other warnings. That is why it required an additional check, and you can see that this not found is the place where we would add the previous if condition. So this is the combined if conditions between all of them. You can see that this is check first if for the Carol Baskin, and then the nested if that checks for presence of all the other regular cats. As you can see, now it will work, and every time what we need to do, we need to make sure that if we don't have this trigger here enabled, the check will not be visible. We want to have the check visible only if we enable the yes selector here. To do that, we need the final step, and this final step is basically checking for whether the particular selector is selected. So we can see check for safety equals yes, and then need safety check. If it needs safety check, this is the place when we would place our previous formula, and if it's not enabled, then we will basically leave a blank field, just like you can see here below. I hope this was useful for you, and this will give you an idea how to make some more differentiated results of your if formulas or any sort of formulas to give you a better visibility for your data. I hope that was useful for you guys, and if you like the video, please subscribe for more ideas how to improve your Airtables and how to improve your business with automation.